He was purring. That tiny sound, soft and warm, just like the fur around him. His mother's body curled close. 2 sisters snuggled on either side. The truck shook a little as it sped through the night, but inside that old crate in the back, the kitten felt safe. He didn't know where they were going, didn't know what humans had planned. All he knew was love. But then, everything changed. A sharp turn. The crate slid. Tires screeched. The truck jerked sideways. His mother's body shifted. Tense now, not soft. Her tail wrapped tighter around him. Then, boom, metal against metal. Screams. A crash so loud it silenced the stars. The crate cracked, open. The world spun. And then, darkness. He didn't know how long he lay there. Maybe minutes. Maybe hours. When he opened his eyes, the road was cold. Everything smelled like smoke and blood. Pieces of the crate were scattered. Glass everywhere. A broken headlight flickered. He turned his tiny head. "Mama?" His voice was just a squeak. She didn't move. "Mama?" He tried again, crawling toward her limp paw. No answer, no warmth. His sisters lay still, their eyes half open, their fur stained red. The kitten nudged them, confused, but they didn't move either. That's when it hit him. He was alone. He let out a cry, high and sharp, the kind that tears through silence like a knife. No one came. The humans from the truck were gone. Someone had taken them. Or maybe they left. No one noticed the kitten, barely the size of a shoe, hiding behind the busted tire. His legs were shaking. His nose was bleeding. But he crawled under a bush beside the road, heart pounding. The night dragged on. Cars passed, their lights blinding. But no one stopped. The kitten meowed again, louder, desperate. A dog barked in the distance. He froze. His little body curled tight. He missed his mother's heartbeat. He missed her warm fur. He didn't understand why the world had gone quiet so suddenly. "Help," he whispered, not knowing who he was calling. No one answered. The next morning, the sun rose slowly. The street was empty now, except for broken glass and bloodstains on the pavement. Crows circled above. The kitten came out from the bush, hungry and weak. He walked back to where his mother had been. She was gone. Someone had taken the bodies, cleaned the scene, but they missed him. They missed a baby cat, barely 5 weeks old, lost and forgotten. He walked down the sidewalk, crying softly, tail dragging behind. His paw pads were raw from the rough road. "Meow," he cried again. A woman walked by, holding a coffee. She glanced down, then kept walking. A boy on a bike almost ran over him. A shopkeeper yelled, "Shoo, go away!" No one saw him. No one cared. That night, he found shelter in a cardboard box behind a grocery store. Rats scurried nearby. He was too tired to move, too scared to sleep. But he remembered his mother's voice, her purring, her warmth. He curled up in the box and whispered to the stars, "Mama, I'm still here." He didn't know it yet. But someone had heard his cry. Not the stars, not a human, but fate, and fate was not finished with this tiny soul, because just across the alley, behind the wall, a pair of small human eyes had seen him. A boy, but the kitten didn't know that yet. He only knew that he had survived something no baby should, and now, every moment was a question. Will someone help me? Will I ever feel love again? The answer was coming, but not yet. The box was too cold. The walls too thin. The kitten hadn't eaten in 2 days. His little belly growled, but there was nothing left to cry about. Still, he tried. A soft meow broke into the night. Weak, lost, it echoed down the alley, but answered nothing. He stepped out from the cardboard, trembling. His legs felt heavy, but his heart felt heavier. He remembered the warmth of his mother's side, the way she licked his head, the purring. Now, only silence. The moon hung high as he walked through the shadows. Every light felt too bright. every sound too loud. A trash can slammed shut somewhere. He jumped, his tiny body stumbling backward. Meow, he called again. A dog barked nearby. Loud, angry. The kitten darted under a parked car. His breath came fast. The dog's paws skidded close, sniffing, growling, then footsteps. Hey, get out of here, a man shouted. The dog whined, then ran. The kitten didn't move. His paws were pressed to the cold pavement. His eyes, wide. Minutes passed. Maybe hours. He crawled from under the car and crossed the street. A girl walked by with her phone. The kitten cried once more. She looked down, paused, and then kept walking. The kitten sat on the sidewalk. Alone. Again. His voice cracked. His cries were softer now. Where are you? He squeaked to the empty street. Lights from stores flickered off one by one. The world didn't see him. The Siamam world didn't care. But just around the corner, a sound. Shoes scraping pavement. A boy, maybe 10, walking with his head low, backpack half open. He was mumbling to himself. Then he stopped. He looked around. The kitten cried once more. The boy froze. Hello? He whispered. The kitten peeked from behind a garbage bin. The boy squinted. Is someone there? He stepped forward. Slowly. And then he saw him. A ball of orange fur. Thin, dirty, eyes too big for his face. The boy knelt down. Are you a cat? The kitten didn't move. He was too tired. The boy glanced around. You're all alone? The kitten blinked. He took off his hoodie and laid it down. Come here. I won't hurt you. But the kitten didn't trust humans. Not anymore. He backed up, pressing into the wall. The boy didn't chase him, just sat on the ground, hoodie stretched out like a soft bed. My name's Liam, he said quietly. I don't have many friends either. The kitten watched, eyes flicking from the boy to the hoodie. Liam sighed. I'll be back. Don't leave, okay? And then he left. The kitten didn't move. He curled up beside the wall, but he didn't sleep. An hour passed. 2. He thought Liam was gone for good. Then footsteps again. Liam returned with a small cup of milk and a piece of bread. It's all I could find, he said, placing them down. Mom will be mad if she finds out. The kitten stared. Then he crawled forward. Slowly, carefully, he licked the milk. One drop. Then another. Liam smiled, but it was a tired smile. You're really hungry, huh? The kitten ate until he couldn't anymore. Then, without knowing why, he stepped onto the hoodie. Liam whispered, You can sleep there if you want. For the first time in days, the kitten didn't cry. He curled up and closed his eyes. Liam sat beside him, hugging his knees. I wish I could take you home, he said, but Dad would never let me. The kitten's ear twitched. Liam didn't say anything else. The two sat in silence, surrounded by trash, broken lights, and the sound of distant cars. But something had changed. The kitten wasn't invisible anymore, had been seen, and in this cold, empty world, that was everything. The hoodie was still there, damp from the morning dew, crumpled in the same spot. So was the kitten. He hadn't moved much. His tiny body lay curled tight, eyes barely open, ribs rising slow. He hadn't eaten since the bread, and even that felt like days ago. But then, footsteps. The kitten's ears twitched. A shadow fell across the box. It was him, Liam. The boy knelt down, his backpack half open, one shoelace dragging behind. You're still here, he whispered. The kitten blinked. Liam reached into his bag, pulling out a napkin wrapped around small food scraps. A bit of boiled egg. Some rice. I stole this from dinner, he said softly. Dad yelled when I left the table. He placed the food in front of the kitten. The kitten sniffed. Weakly licked the egg. Liam sat down on the curb, arms wrapped around his knees. You're not gonna last out here, he said. You'll die. His voice cracked on the last word. The kitten coughed, then nibbled more rice. Liam's eyes filled with something he didn't say out loud. Instead, he slowly picked up the hoodie, cradled the kitten inside, and stood. "You're coming with me." He walked fast, keeping the hoodie tight in his arms like a secret. The kitten didn't fight. He was too tired. But inside that fabric, for the first time, he felt something warm again. By the time they reached Liam's street, the sun was gone. The sky was dark blue, streetlights flickering to life. Liam slipped through the back gate, avoided the front door. He pushed open the laundry room window and climbed in. Inside was cold, quiet, smelled like detergent and something burnt. He placed the kitten on an old towel in the corner. The kitten curled up immediately. "I'll get you water," Liam whispered. He came back with a bottle cap filled to the brim. The kitten drank slowly, pausing to breathe. Liam watched every move. Suddenly, footsteps. "Liam!" A voice roared from inside the house. The kitten froze. Liam panicked, whispering, "Stay here, please." He closed the laundry door behind him, through the wall, shouting, "You think I don't see you sneaking food? You think I'm stupid? I just wasn't hungry. Liar!" Something slammed. The kitten flinched. Liam's voice dropped too, a whimper. "I'm sorry." The shouting stopped. The house went silent. A minute later, the door creaked open. Liam stepped back in, eyes red. He knelt beside the kitten and said, "That's why I can't let him find you." The kitten stared at him. Not afraid, just still. Liam wiped his face and gave a crooked smile. "Guess we're both hiding from something." The kitten meowed. "Just once." Liam chuckled under his breath. "That's the first time you said anything." He picked up a sock and tied it into a small ball. "Wanna play?" The kitten nudged it once, then stopped. His head lowered. Liam whispered, "Not yet." He grabbed another towel and covered the kitten, tucking him in like a baby. Then he sat against the dryer, watching over him. "You need a name," he said. "But I don't know what fits." The kitten closed his eyes. Liam leaned back and stared at the ceiling. "I don't talk much at school. Kids think I'm weird. I don't really care anymore." The kitten didn't move. "But you didn't walk away from me." Silence filled the room, but it wasn't heavy. It felt safe. Liam's eyes began to close. He whispered, "I won't let anything happen to you." Then sleep took them both. A boy and a baby cat. Two broken pieces hiding in the quiet. One running from anger, the other from death. But in that tiny laundry room they had found each other, and without saying it, they had both decided they weren't going to let go. The cough was soft at first, just a tiny sound, but it didn't stop. By the third night, the kitten wasn't eating. His nose was warm, and his body shivered even under the towel. Liam sat beside him, worried. "Please don't get worse," he whispered. "Please." Rain tapped the roof. Harder now. The sky outside had gone dark, and thunder rolled across it like a warning. Liam placed a hand on the kitten's back. He felt every shake, every shallow breath. "I'll find something," he said. "Just stay awake." He sneaked into the kitchen and poured warm water into a bowl, then mixed in a little salt and sugar, something he saw online at school. He tiptoed back to the laundry room, but as he opened the door, "Liam?" His heart dropped. His father stood at the end of the hall. "What are you doing?" The voice was sharp. "Nothing," Liam said too fast. His dad walked forward. "What's in the towel?" Liam backed up, trying to block the kitten with his body. "It's just nothing. It's mine. Move." Liam froze. His father shoved past him and saw the kitten, curled up, eyes closed, breathing rough. "What the? Is that a cat?" Liam stepped in front. "He's sick. He needs help. You brought a stray in here? Are you out of your mind?" "I had to. He would have died. He's probably full of disease. I told you, no pets. Ever." Liam's voice broke. "He's not just a pet. I don't care. That thing is out of here. Now." "No." His father stopped cold. Liam shook, his fists clenched. You never care about anything. You don't even see me. Don't start this again, his dad snapped. He's the only one who listens. Liam's face turned red. He looks at me like I matter. The room went quiet. Only the rain spoke now. His father's eyes narrowed. What are you saying? Liam didn't blink. You yell, you ignore me. You hate when I cry, so I stopped. But I still feel things, Dad. I still hurt. Silence. Then, a soft whimper. The kitten let out a cough. It sounded worse than before. Liam turned fast. No, 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 please. He cradled the kitten, whispering, Don't leave me too. His father stood in the doorway, watching. Something in his face changed. Liam, he said slower now. But Liam wasn't listening. He lost his family. He was alone, just like me. His dad stepped into the room. Let me see him. Liam hesitated, then gently handed the kitten over. His dad knelt, looked at the tiny body, the shallow breathing. This one's been through a lot. So have I, Liam said softly. His father didn't speak, just nodded. Okay, he said after a long pause. We'll take him to the vet. Liam blinked. What? But you need to tell me these things. You don't have to do it all alone. Liam looked down. I didn't think you'd listen. I'm listening now. The next hour was a blur. They wrapped the kitten in a dry towel, got into the car, and drove through the rain. At the vet's, Liam clutched the kitten the whole time. The nurse took him gently, and Liam watched until the door closed behind them. He's strong, the vet said later. Sick, yes, but not giving up. Liam smiled through tears. That's just like him. When they got home, Liam carried the kitten back into the laundry room. His dad followed, this time holding a proper bed for the kitten, lined with a soft blanket. I figured this would be better, he said. Liam placed the kitten inside. He's going to be okay now. His dad sat beside him. So are you, he said quietly. Liam didn't answer. He just leaned his head against his father's arm. For the first time. The silence didn't hurt. The kitten lay between them, still. Sick, still healing, but safe. And not alone. Neither of them were. Not anymore. The kitten was still breathing. Liam stayed by his side all night, barely blinking, barely moving. His father sat across the room, quiet. For once, the house wasn't filled with yelling, just the soft sound of the kitten's breath and the ticking of the laundry room clock. Morning light broke through the window. The kitten stirred. Slowly. His eyes blinked open, weak but alive. Liam let out a breath he'd been holding for hours. You're okay, he whispered. You made it. His father leaned in. He's stronger than he looks. The kitten looked up at them both. For the first time in days, his body didn't shake. Liam smiled. It was small, but real. Later that day, they returned to the vet. The kitten was still sick, but stable. Medicine was given. A diet plan, too. The vet warned, he'll need rest, but he's a fighter. On the way home, Liam held him in a blanket. The rain was gone now. Just blue skies and open roads. At dinner, Liam spoke. Not whispered. Spoke. He told his mom everything. About the night he found the kitten. About hiding him. About the yelling. About how the kitten gave him something no one else did. His mom listened. His dad, too. No one interrupted. When he finished, there was a silence. Then, his mom nodded. We'll figure this out. Together. His dad said, I'm proud of you for taking care of him. Liam didn't cry, but his hands shook under the table. That night, they moved the kitten from the laundry room to Liam's bedroom. A proper bed was placed beside his. New food bowls, toys, medicine schedule taped to the wall. The kitten purred for the first time since the accident. Liam laughed. You sound like a tiny engine. He picked him up gently and held him to his chest. You need a name, he said. He thought hard. Storm, he finally said. Because you came from the darkest night. But you're still here. The kitten blinked slowly, like he understood. From then on, Storm wasn't just a pet. He was family. Days passed. Storm's cough faded. His eyes got brighter. His steps got steadier. He chased toy mice and climbed Liam's hoodie like a mountain. Liam changed. Too. He smiled more. He talked more. His teachers noticed. So did the kids at school. At home, things weren't perfect. His dad still raised his voice sometimes. But he also started listening more. Helping. Asking how Liam's day was. Storm brought them into the same room. Again and again. One night, Liam found his dad sitting on the floor, playing with Storm using a string. "I didn't know cats liked this," he said. Liam grinned. "He likes everything. As long as it means he's not alone." His dad nodded, eyes soft. Liam whispered, "Me too." By the end of the month, Storm had gained weight. His fur was shinier, his purr louder. Liam took a photo of him and taped it to his wall. Under it, he wrote, "Storm, the cat who saved me." Because that's what happened. One tiny survivor, with golden eyes and a silent cry, walked into a broken boy's world and changed it. Not with words, not with strength, but with love, and somehow that was enough.